Hey guys, first regardsman here, and so I'll be talking about the brand new heroic combat knife that is coming with the new Tech Marine update in Space Marine 2 Patch 12. Now, this thing does not have an official name yet, it is just called Combat Knife Heroic, but the stats here are 18 strength, 3 plus speed, 1 cleaving potential with the defense type fencing. Now, the heroic perk effect is obviously the most important portion of this whole weapon, and this is called Knuckles. Riposte window is shorter, but each riposte deals damage to the attacker. Now, what it means by riposte window is just your perfect parry window, and on your perfect parries of this weapon, you will damage the enemy. It actually does a pretty decent amount, and the damage you actually deal with your perfect parries on this weapon does scale up with difficulty. It does like 12% of a Tyranid Warrior's HP, which is pretty damn good. Now, the perfect parry window of this thing is the limiting factor. I think a lot of players will struggle with this because at the moment it feels like a block weapon. I've seen some people compare this one to a balanced weapon. This is definitely not a balanced window, and the reason I can tell you that is that it has a 0 frame startup guaranteed, and what that means is the moment you hit your perfect parry key, you will be able to achieve a perfect parry on this weapon. Balanced weapons in Space Marine 2 have a 10 frame negative startup on their parries, which means initially on pressing the button you are not able to obtain a perfect parry. This weapon does not function that way. In fact, the way this weapon functions feels almost identical to a block weapon in terms of its actual parry window. The only difference here is that the defense type is fencing, so when you actually parry the enemy, you get a fencing effect. Now, one thing that is broken on the public test server for this weapon is that Minora's parries are not giving you armor back at the moment. I'm sure that will be fixed in the upcoming official release of patch 12 in a few weeks, but for now, it is a little underperforming because of that. But as far as the weapon's overall performance in spite of that is concerned, it is a pretty damn good option. This is the slowest weapon of all combat knives, including the relic tier and heroic options. If you look at all of these, you got 7 plus speed on the balanced weapon, you got 9 plus speed or 9 speed on the relic tier fencing knife, and you have 4 plus speed on the block variant. So this is actually slower than the block version, and up here the power gladius has a 7 plus speed. So at the moment this one is fairly slow, but even with that it's pretty damn good, and also has some great perk synergies I want to get into here with the perk Battle Focus. Battle Focus says a perfectly timed parry or block gives the parried enemy a mark from Auspex scan, and the bonus damage we have off our parries from this Knuckles perk will go up with Auspex scan bonuses as well. So if you take the perk down here, Precise Calibration, and Concentrate Fire, and you Auspex a boss and start parrying them with the Heroic Combat Knife, you will start to chunk their HP. It's actually pretty hilarious how it actually functions here, but the reason I like Battle Focus so much with this weapon is that Battle Focus will apply its damage bonus immediately on the first parry, and what I mean by that is you do not have to parry once, apply the Auspex from Battle Focus, and then parry again to get more damage on your Knuckles perk here. It will go off on the very first parry, which means Battle Focus allows you to up your damage and value of your Knuckles combat perk very easily. Really cool synergy here, and also some of the other tactical perks down here, like Relentless Pursuit for gun strikes, it did get buffed a while back. This one is now a 10-second uptime from a 5-second uptime, which it was in like patch 10. So being able to parry, get gun strikes, up your range damage, and also deal free damage off of Battle Focus with your combat perk on the Heroic Combat Knife is really nice synergy, really fun to use, and overall I think this weapon is best on tactical currently. You can use it on things like Vanguard or the Sniper, but to be honest, I think these guys are just way better off with Power Gladius, because the Power Gladius is, in my opinion, still by far the best option of the two heroic weapons, because this perk effect, Agile Strike, is just way too strong at the moment compared to this one. You know, I don't think this one should be nerfed, but what I mean is this one is just strictly better than the Knuckles perk, in my opinion, because a 360% more damage after 3 perfect dodges can let you one-shot bosses, which is just an incredible perk effect, and it's kind of hard to beat that. Now, as far as the other heroic weapons coming to Space Marine 2, if we go into the Accolade store, let me just walk on over, let me just carry my Imperial Fist legs down to the little Mechanicus guy, and we can see they're all in the store currently: the Combat Knife Heroic, the Omni Scion Axe Heroic, and the new Heroic Heavy Bolter. These two, the Combat Knife Heroic and the Heavy Bolter, they're my favorite at the moment. I think people will probably be able to enjoy these quite a bit. And, you know, we only get 3 heroics in this patch, which means if you are currently maxed out on accolades up here, you will be able to purchase all 3 of these immediately on patch 12 launch, so just keep that in mind. So currently, I think this weapon will be best on tactical thanks to the Auspex scan bonuses here from Battle Focus, but as far as its performance on Vanguard Sniper is concerned, I don't think it's going to be a bad weapon by any means, but I don't really know why this one is so damn slow. Like 3 plus speed, That's pretty slow for a weapon that's supposed to be like a fencing parry option, and I feel like it doesn't really know what it wants to be, because if you're going for damage, you're just going to take the power gladius. So I wouldn't have minded like a light attack version of this, because we already have a power gladius that just dominates in heavy attack. So maybe they'll change this around the official release. I kind of doubt they will, though. The weapon is by no means bad, and the 3+ speed doesn't hurt it that much. I'm just kind of curious why they made such a heavy hitting option for like a fencing version, because it doesn't really make a lot of sense compared to the other options. But you know, if they want to have something a little bit different, it's not the worst thing ever. And as far as the synergy goes with the Vanguard perk tree, I mean, you can do things like home reactions, get all that perfect dodge window and power gladius. You really can't do that on the new Hero Combat Knife here. I guess if you want to take the Duelist perk and have like a bit of a bigger parry window for your weapon, that is an option on Vanguard. Probably one of the best reasons to actually use it. I know a lot of players are actually fans of this perk, even though I don't think it's very good. But as far as my opinion on this weapon goes, I think it's pretty decent. I put like the B or A tier. The parry effect is quite strong, even if it is a bit niche. And hopefully once they fix the actual Minora's parries on this thing, it will feel significantly better. And of the heroic options in this patch, it's probably my second favorite behind the heroic heavy bolter or heavy bolt rifle that I'll get into at some other point in time. But for now, that's all to say in this one. Let me know what you guys think about the brand new Hero Combat Knife. And as always, thank you for watching. If you like content like this, subscribe for more. And if you want to hang out with me live or talk to me about the game, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a video link in the description below, alongside a link to my community Discord. And as always, take it easy. Bye. That was definitely not the optimal fucking accuracy there. Okay, we only have the CHP bug is back. Diabolical. Alright. Well, we can't do anything to him here. Actually works out for us there.
All specs engaged.
I got the ammo back from the trigger magazine restoration.